Welcome to our daily devotional entitled The Applied Life. For the past few weeks we've been talking about living purely, and we've covered a lot of ground, but this week I want to slow down just a bit and have some what we call GPS moments. This week will be more about how we practically apply all that we've been talking about rather than the actual truth itself. We ended last week saying that we as the body of Christ, or church, have to change. Now, we're not talking here about change just for the sake of change. We're talking about the transformative power of the gospel of Jesus Christ. We call the work of Christ on the cross the work of redemption, which simply means to buy back. In other words, when we become a Christ follower, our default mode, if you will, goes back to the original intent. The call to be a Christ follower then naturally carries with it a commitment to live the way you were intended to live. And so this, our first GPS moment, live the way you were created. We've talked at length about Christ following not being about obeying a set of rules, but rather learning how to live how we were made, in the image of God, reflecting His glory. We've called this living righteousness conscious living. Living righteous conscious means you change the way you think and your new mindset alters the way you act. To live how you're made means to learn to live lives of righteousness in this world. According to Titus 2:11, grace teaches us how to do this. Okay, here's the practical, everyday language so no one can misunderstand this. Grace. God's grace appeared in the form of His Son Jesus. Now, as we live our lives following Jesus, grace teaches us how to live as Jesus lived and do what Jesus did. And that is the applied life. God bless you, and we'll see you tomorrow.